Welcome, all our ClickBank listeners, to a special episode of the top 5 offers, where today we are filled with love and romance. And I am joined by the most dapper member of the ClickBank crew, Michael Lohman, and we are going to be sharing the top 5 dating offers currently at ClickBank.
Works?
What was that?
Is this how a napkin works? Do I just put it up on the front?
Well, I like to use God's napkin, known as my beard. But
wow.
That seems like a proper way to go about it. It's just unfortunate you'd be hiding such a great turtleneck and such a great blazer. For the list of the watchers, please take note of it. But let's actually jump into it today, Michael. We're going to jump in with our 5th offer, Irresistible Text, which, again, this is a great one. One thing I want to back up. One of the reasons dating offers are so great right now is over the pandemic, we did see a record amount of people become single and finding themselves going, wow, relationships, my relationship isn't good, and it's hard. And you know what's even more hard than an active relationship? Trying to find a new one. So these offers right now, where historically some of these have actually been around for quite some time, we're seeing a reinvigoration, and we're seeing the offers starting to convert a little bit better, get more traction, more traffic. And not only is it a romantic time in February to talk about them, it also is a really good time from a traffic standpoint to revisit these offers and get some new things to promote to your audience. Or if you're in dating, some offers you know that are going to work for you. You might not have tried in a while.
And they're great for diversification. They're great for getting outside of your niche. They're great for expanding your general audience, and that tastes like crap.
We'll get there in a second, Michael. Don't worry.
Wonderful. Wonderful. But I think when you are getting into the dating niche, if you are used to promoting supplements or anything, and we'll get way into the numbers into those and why they are the way they are, it is the expectations, what you're going after, who you're targeting, how you're targeting them, and how that diversification is happening.
Yeah, but with that being said, let's jump into something that does taste good with Irresistible Text. So this is a digital offer, and all these will be digital offers, info products, and one that's teaching men how to utilize their thumbs for good instead of bad when it comes to texting a potential partner. So this offer comes in with about a 30-cent EPC and conversion, or an average payout of about $21. The big thing here is the conversion rate's of 1.5 to cold traffic. When you take email lists, and one of the things to know about this offer, a lot of those numbers are lower because display is a heavy traffic channel. So you're going to expect lower EPCs, but the CPC for that is also pretty low, and a lot more clicks to conversions. So I'd tell you, for email, you're going to see better stats than what we just quoted. You'll see something quite a bit higher based on normal expectations of email. Right. But this offer, again, whether it's email or if you're doing display traffic, a really great one to put out there because it's hitting a big need. A lot of people feel insecure about it, and it's been converting well for a while from a well-known platinum client, Matthew Coast. This is one that you definitely want to put into the repertoire.
Definitely a good one.
Now, Michael, I know you mentioned that what was in your cup there didn't taste very well.
It tasted like piss.
Well, okay, to each his own. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But you did get the note on the romantic attire, although I feel like I might be the small-town boy that's about to steal you from the city. But you got the nice thing on a nice wine here. Tell me a little bit about it before we get to our next offer.
I brought this beautiful Chardonnay, Sawtooth. It's a local Chardonnay. I also got it from the upstairs fridge.
Nice. Well, I'm glad it traveled a long distance of stairs to get here.
Well,
I'm very insulted you didn't like what I felt was a true Idahoan romance. I got you Corona, but it was cold Corona, which for those classy individuals, this might not feel romantic. But if you're into Idaho romance, Corona's a luxury beer.
Yes.
I really push my Coors Light aside to go with a nice cold Corona for special occasions. With that, let's move on to our next special occasion, which is number 4.
Number 4, just as you're obsessed with Corona, let's get into the obsession method. So the obsession method, it is coming from a female perspective. It's not as, I would say, in your face as other offers. So, where you're able to promote it and where you're able to, I would say, give a peek behind the scenes of what you're promoting, wherever that is display or email. You're able to share a lot more to that rather than having to gatekeep terms, so that you're able to stay compliant and stay with your list and not have to be like, oh no, my ad account. Converts pretty well. It is sitting at about 20 cents EPC. It's hitting about conversion rate about 0.25%. As you said before, display, it's hitting a lot of people, and those conversion rates are going to drop on those. And then email, of course, you're going to see a lot better, especially if you have the list warmed up. You've been providing the content. You've been aiming that content towards helping people with relationships, helping people with dating. If you're hitting people who are a bit off on that, but you're hitting that target segment that you're looking for in that men's area, you're probably going to see a bit lower conversion rate from typical email. So it is a good one for being able to move out. And this comes from Kate Spring, who has a lot of other products as well. So if you're like, oh man, the messaging, that's not quite exactly what I'm going for in that angle, they have a lot of other products. If you do go to their affiliate resources page, that are going to branch out, and you can be like, oh, okay, that's going to work, especially for me. And you're going to be able to find a great one.
Now, would you say, given that the stats on this one were total revenue and our metrics we use to evaluate a solid offer, places is above the texting offer we just talked about, but the numbers aren't as good. Is that because maybe this offer might be a little bit more leveraged in display than the one prior?
I would say leveraged. It can also mean when we're taking data, for these shows, we're looking at the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So in a segment that if we were to say, okay, for this segment for January through February, we'd see better numbers. But we're looking at December, maybe it was a bit cuffing season. People are like, oh, I'm going to shack up with who I'm with and then going to let go. And people are more focused on, some other offers moving into this, like, more diet and weight loss towards the end of December. So it is going to be a bit of that. And plus, you're going to look at display. And yes, it's been a huge offer on our platform for years. And it does tend to have a lot more of those who are in, Google display traffic, that are in more of that, I would say, native display traffic in those sources. So they are hitting a lot of places, getting a lot of eyeballs, and that's going to take down that conversion. Yeah, and that is awful. We really should have used this. We really should have used this.
The night is young, as they say, Michael. In the event that this doesn't go well, Michael, in the date where it's nice right now, I might have given you a lot of reasons to become an X by the end of this.
Probably.
Which is a perfect time for our number 3 offer, the X Factor.
Ooh.
One of the things I love about this offer is, one, it's not necessarily looking to look for lots of relationships, merely to just focus on getting the one that got away to come on back. So this is cool because they actually have a male and female version of this. So regardless of your audience, you're going to be able to really shape it to wherever your audience fits. And we're going to see a huge uptick in the performance of these offers, starting with the X Factor. And you can see a much larger average payout here at $51 for an average payout. And the conversion rate comes in at about 1.06. So we could see a huge lift in a lot of the numbers from what we saw prior, and definitely that larger payout. Knowing that you could go to different lists, you're always going to still have your standard routes to go. But with that higher level, I think this is going to be even better on email than we saw with display prior.
Yes.
And with the specialization between the genders, I would really look at that. So if you know you have a male audience, go to there. The other thing in here to look at, if you have organic social, this is a really nice offer as well. You're getting people into a big emotional standpoint and uses emotional copy, a lot of insecurities. Depending on what your odd traffic is, this one could fit for almost anybody outside, unless I think you're buying media. This might not be the media buying offer.
I would say this has more potential for the media buying, just because you have the higher AOV, you're going to have the higher payout. So yeah, it's going to be able to work out better on the paid media side. And with it being able to have a much wider audience that you're able to go with, that's also, whenever you start moving into the paid media side, the more general of the audience that you can have, the better that you are going to convert, and the better that you're going to be able to drive down those CPCs. So it seems like a no-brainer on that side.
Now, before we talk about number 2, I know I could see in your eyes, Michael. Obviously, I've been staring at them deeply, given the tone of the environment.
Yes.
But I know what you're longing for. You thought, man, you just brought me gross tasting, romantic Idaho Corona.
Right. Yeah.
But not what you're looking for. You have a sweet tooth. So I'm a big fan of pocket chocolate. I don't know if this is the proper display.
That is not. That
but there you go. That feels like a romantic way to say, give us the second best offer in the dating niche, Michael.
Yeah. Of course. But we will go to the second best offer with this.
Oh, they might be warm, but don't be weirded out by that. They were just in my pockets.
Great.
Hot pants.
So moving on while my brain is scrambled, let's get into Unlock the Scrambler. So Unlock the Scrambler is at number 2 is one of, I would say, our highest paid out ones on this list. It pays out at over $80. It's got an insane conversion rate in this niche of a 1.64%. And you're looking at EPCs of over $1. So it's doing good numbers here. What it focuses on is, really once again, focusing on that male audience, really working into, the nice guy, how you can land the girl as a nice guy and what you can say and all of that to be able to land a date. What is even better and what I like to focus on is what do they offer for those who are really going to do well as an affiliate on this offer. So they offer a lot on the affiliate tools page. They offer other offers. If you are doing well, they're going to be reaching out to you and say, hey, I saw you're kicking up on this. Here's some other offers that fit what you're doing in this, and they're going to be able to play along nice with that. But with the dating offers, now when you're starting to get to a higher price point, and this is what you'll see in our categories where a lot of the EPCs will rate low, and then there's like one or two that have a higher EPC, higher AOV. Is you're going to need that. When I see that, from my side as working with affiliates, I look at, okay, a lot of the people who are running these have warm lists. They have tuned in quite a bit to this type of offer. It's been around for a couple, 2, 3, 4 years, and so they've tuned in their not their tracking, but their targeting, and they've tuned in their email and their list to be able to get to this higher conversion, to get to that higher AOV, because it pays out so well, and they have the warmer traffic. So that's what I look at when I look at those higher numbers. Is yes, if you are going to this list, you are going to get a higher payout. You're going to see a higher conversion rate than the others, but probably not the same conversion rate that you're not going to see 2% out of the gate, because those who are already there are entrenched and have warmed up their traffic up to that point. So
one other thing I'll say about this offer, it definitely leans more towards the aggressive on the VSL.
Yes.
So sometimes people might be a little bit uncomfortable with some of the language and marketing stuff around negative positioning. And for those that aren't familiar with what I mean by negative positioning marketing, it doesn't come from a place of coddling to tell you that, hey, I know life has been hard, but it's all right. I'm here for you. We have the solution to your pain. Instead, it's more like, hey, you suck. I'd like you to think about how much you suck.
Is that
and
what
if you'd like to stop sucking, here's the way to do that. But you probably suck and won't be able to, right? That's more negative positioning. So if that's something that makes you cringe and you don't want to promote, this might not be the offer for you. But if you really like money and you like an offer that's going to convert, this is definitely one that will do that. And that negative positioning, I'm going to tell you right now, it is working, and you could see it in the numbers.
Yeah, you can definitely see that in numbers. And that's something that you'll see a lot more so, I'd say, when you start getting into health and fitness supplements in some cases. And that's why you see those higher conversion rates over there. So once you bring it over into this branch, it's going to click.
So we're on the cusp of the #1 dating offer, and I'm feeling the love. Are you feeling the love, Michael?
If there's something that comes out of your pockets again, I may not feel any love.
There's a lot of inappropriate jokes I won't make that just follow up with that. Instead, Michael, what I was going to say is I think we should finish out this list before we announce #1 with the cheers of the delightful, romantic, now room temperature Corona. Can you give me a tink tink on our plastic? I don't know why the shortest people at ClickBank.
Yeah, why did they give us? Okay, here we go.
Post, we're going to make that sound like glass. All right, Michael, drink it all at once.
Oh, God.
If that is not the crisp, delightful taste of a room temperature Corona, I don't know what is.
Disgusting.
Oh, well, some of us struggle a little bit more than others with room temperature
some of this
domestic alcohol.
Do you want?
So moving on,
It is melted.
to #1,
my God.
that everyone's anticipation for. It was out of my pocket, Michael. Coming in at #1, and this has been one of our top dating offers for as long as I can remember, and that is His Secret Obsession. And this is an amazing offer in that it has been around and been at the top for a really long time. It's also one of the offers I think a lot of people that are familiar with Chris Haddad and his PIG method to get your emotions. This is one of the staples of knowing that offer. He's written it. It's been around for a long time. The whole point of it is it's a female-oriented dating offer. So the idea and the concept is to become his secret obsession. One might think it's gaming. One might think it's sports gambling. But it actually could be you if you just follow these words and tactics. I don't know if any of it's true. It doesn't really matter. The thing converts really well. The numbers, 54 average payout. EPCs are about, again, 55 cents. And the conversion is at a 0.45%. So this is going to have display traffic. It's been around a long time. It goes to some cold audiences. So those numbers are looking a little bit lower than what we just
And there's
said.
more affiliates on there as well.
There's
So
a lot of
you have a
affiliates,
lot more skill sets there promoting it.
Yeah. So don't take those numbers and think the offer is not good. What you really need to know is this offer has remained relevant for well over 5 years to this point, possibly even longer. I don't know the exact time, But that means you could expect reliable performance. You're not going to see a dud. It might not be the best. It's 100% not going to be the worst. It is the Applebee's of your offers. You know what you're going to get, and it's really not that bad. Well, Applebee's is a bad example. Choose a franchise you don't hate. I don't even like Applebee's. I don't know why I chose that one. Regardless, guys, this is kind of
like
the
a Ruth's
Applebee's
Chris.
dates.
A Ruth's
Chris. Yes, it's
yes,
a Ruth's
because
Chris.
I mean, the steak is good. It's not great. It's not bad.
But it's it's
it
not bad.
Performs.
Yes, it's a really, really solid offer here. I hope Chris doesn't think we're bashing his offer.
Chris is going to be
amazing.
like, this is not what I wanted at all.
The great thing too is again,
this is
email
like
gonna
warm
be great
Corona.
because it's a female offer too. And the payouts are above 50. There are definitely going to be paid media channels that you can get this to work on beyond just your displays. So if you were really looking to empower women to become the obsession of men, this is a fantastic offer to choose, and I would recommend you test it regardless if you have a strong female audience, especially around this time of year. Boy is not a great offer for Valentine's Day for a female list that's just feeling a little bit lonely. Become less lonely with this one. A real great one. But with that is our top 5. We had a nice meal here. It was good, Michael.
It was good. It was.
Do you think you might have fallen in love with me by the end? I understand if
I felt a lot of feelings. That's for sure.
That's good. That's what I was really aiming for. An array of feelings. From hate to love. Just like any good relationship, they all exist.
All there in one date.
We hope that you loved this segment and that you'll continue to tune in, smash that like button for more. And until then, tune in next time when we'll probably have Michael in like a leprechaun outfit.
Probably. Yeah, that's the way we're
going.
going.
Luckiest offers, top 5 lucky offers.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you have a good one. Until next time.
Go make some money, y'all.